Dr. Yoonji Park looked through the thick glass at the creature they called the gorehound. It was huge, nearly 3 meters tall with shiny scales that changed colors in the light. It had 6 powerful arms that ended in sharp claws. Right now, those arms were tied down with heavy metal restraints. Yoonji tried to stay calm. This monster had killed hundreds of people at New Seoul Colony. Some people said it killed thousands, and now they wanted her to save its life. "Doctor, are you ready to go in?" asked the guard next to her. His name was Tae-ho Kim. He was a lieutenant in the Space Defense Force. His hand rested on his gun. "Yes," said Yoonji. "Open the door." The guard pressed his hand against a scanner. The heavy door slid open with a hiss. Cold air rushed out. They kept the room at a low temperature because they thought it made the gorehound less active. Yoonji picked up her medical kit and walked in. The door closed behind her. She was alone with the monster. The gorehound's eyes followed her. They were large and orange with black slits in the middle, like cat eyes but bigger, much bigger. "I am going to check your wounds," Yoonji said. She knew the creature probably could not understand her, but talking made her feel better. "Try not to move." 3 weeks ago, the military had captured this gorehound. It was the first one ever taken alive. During the capture, it had been badly hurt. Now the wounds were infected. If it died, Yoonji would be in trouble. The military wanted to study it. They thought it could help them fight the other gorehounds that were still attacking human colonies. Yoonji moved closer. The smell was strong, like rotting meat and something else she could not name. The creature made a low sound, not quite a growl, more like a hum that she could feel in her chest. "Easy now," she said. She put down her kit and opened it. Inside were tools made for human patients. She had to figure out how to use them on this alien body. The main wound was on the creature's side. A large burn from a plasma weapon. The skin around it was dark purple. In a human, that would be a sign of serious infection. But who knew what was normal for a gorehound? Yoonji took out a scanner and ran it over the wound. The screen showed strange readings. The gorehound's body was very different from a human's. It had 3 hearts, an odd bone structure, and its blood was thick and dark blue. "Your body is fighting the infection," she said, "but something is wrong. Your healing process is not working right." The gorehound made that humming sound again. Its eyes never left her face. Yoonji took out a container of special bandages. They released medicine slowly into wounds. She had changed the medicine to what she thought might work on the alien body. "This might feel cold," she said. She carefully placed the bandage on the wound. The reaction was instant. The gorehound's body tensed. One of the restraints made a cracking sound. Yoonji stepped back quickly. "Lieutenant, what's happening to the restraints?" she called out. "They're holding," Tae-ho answered through the speaker. "But be careful. That thing could break free if it really tried." Yoonji looked at the monster. It had relaxed a bit. The bandage seemed to be staying in place. Maybe the medicine was working. She moved to check the other wounds. There were cuts on 2 of its arms and another burn on its back. As she worked, she talked quietly. "You know, they say you killed everyone at New Seoul. My husband and daughter were there." Her voice shook a little. Jin-ho was a teacher. Han-na was only 6. She liked to draw pictures of stars and planets. The gorehound's eyes blinked slowly. Yoonji wondered if it could understand her feelings, if not her words. "I should hate you," she continued. "I do hate what you did. But as a doctor, I took an oath to heal, even monsters like you." When she finished with the bandages, she took a sample of the creature's blood. The scientists wanted to study it. Maybe find a weakness they could use against other gorehounds. "All done," she said. She packed up her kit and stepped back toward the door. The gorehound made a new sound, a series of clicks and low growls. For a moment, Yoonji felt strange, like something was touching her mind, a feeling of confusion and pain that wasn't her own. Then it was gone. Yoonji shook her head. She was tired. That was all. The door opened behind her and she quickly left the room. "How did it go?" asked Commander Ji-won Choi. He was waiting outside with Taeho. "I've treated the wounds as best I can," Yoonji said. "But its biology is very different from ours. I'm not sure if my treatments will work." "They better work," said Commander Choi. "Orders from Earth are clear. Keep it alive for study. This is the first chance we've had to learn about these things." Yoonji nodded. "I'll need more equipment and access to all the data we have on the gorehounds." "Whatever you need," the commander said. "Just keep it alive." Later that night, Yoonji sat in her small room at Outpost 47. The space station was old. The walls were thin metal. The air always smelled like machine oil. It was the kind of place no one wanted to be sent to. But after New Seoul, Yoonji had volunteered to go anywhere, to do anything. Working kept the memories away. She looked at the blood sample she had taken from the gorehound. Under a microscope, the cells moved in strange ways. They seemed to be communicating with each other, almost like they were thinking. "What are you?" she whispered. Her computer beeped. A message from Dr. Hyun-woo Baek, her new assistant who would arrive tomorrow. He was bringing more equipment from Earth. As Yoonji read the message, she felt that strange sensation again, like something brushing against her mind. A presence. She looked around, but she was alone in the room. She turned back to the microscope. The gorehound's blood cells had formed a pattern, almost like a picture. It reminded her of something. Yoonji gasped. It looked like the night sky above New Seoul Colony. She pushed away from the desk. It was just her imagination. The stress and lack of sleep were getting to her. But as she lay in bed that night, she couldn't shake the feeling that the monster in the containment room was somehow watching her, reaching out to her, trying to tell her something. And she had. The strangest feeling that everything she thought she knew about the gorehounds was wrong. Tomorrow she would go back. She would study it more carefully, because if there was even a small chance that these creatures were more than mindless killers, if they had intelligence, communication, culture, then everything about this war might be different. Yoonji closed her eyes, but sleep did not come easily. In her dreams, she saw strange worlds with red skies and heard that humming sound that vibrated in her chest. And somewhere in the darkness of Outpost 47, the gorehound's orange eyes remained open, watching. The door. 3 weeks passed. Dr. Yoonji Park spent most of her time in the lab or with the gorehound. It was getting stronger. The bandages she had made were working better than expected. The creature ate regularly now, accepting the meat they gave it. Dr. Hyun-woo Baek watched Yoonji prepare for another visit to the containment room. He had arrived 20 days ago from Earth, bringing new equipment and orders. He was tall and thin with a serious face that rarely smiled. "I think you go in there. Too often," he said. "It's dangerous." Yoonji checked her medical kit. "It hasn't tried to hurt me." "Yet," said Hyun-woo. "These creatures killed thousands of people. Don't forget that." Yoonji did not answer. She could not forget. Every night she still dreamed of her husband and daughter. But she also dreamed of strange worlds with red skies, places she had never seen. And each morning she woke feeling that the gorehound had been in her mind. "I need to check the neural scanner," she said, changing the subject. The readings from yesterday were unusual. The neural scanner was a new tool Hyun-woo had brought. It measured brain activity. They had attached it to the gorehound's head to learn how it thought. "The data shows high activity in what might be telepathic centers," said Hyun-woo. "Command wants more information about that." Yoonji nodded. "I'm going in now." Lieutenant Taeho. Kim was waiting by the door as usual. He looked tired. Everyone at Outpost 47 was working long hours. No one wanted to fail at keeping the gorehound alive and healthy. "Doctor," he greeted her. "Be careful in there today. It seems more alert than usual." The door opened, and Yoonji entered the cold room. The gorehound watched her from its restraints. Its orange eyes seemed brighter. The wounds on its side and arms were almost healed. "Good morning," she said, as she always did. "I'm going to check your bandages." As she worked, Yoonji felt the now familiar touch on her mind. At first, these mental contacts had scared her. Now she almost welcomed them. She had never told anyone about them, Not even Commander Choi. She wasn't sure what would happen if they knew. The creature made the humming sound that vibrated in her chest. Somehow Yoonji knew it was trying to communicate. "If only I could understand you," she said quietly. She checked the neural scanner attached to the gorehound's head. The small screen showed waves of activity. As she watched, the patterns changed to match her own brainwaves from her last scan. It was copying her. Yoonji gasped. This was not random. The creature was deliberately matching her patterns, trying to find a way to connect. She looked at the gorehound. It blinked slowly. Then, to her shock, it made a new sound, a rough version of her name. Yoonji. She nearly dropped her scanner. "You can speak?" The creature's mouth moved strangely as it tried to form human words. "Yoonji. Help." Her heart raced. This was impossible. No one had ever heard a gorehound speak. They were supposed to be animals. Deadly predators, yes, but not intelligent beings who could learn languages. "I am helping you," she said slowly. "I'm treating your wounds." The gorehound shook its massive head. Help. Truth. Before Yoonji could ask what it meant, the door opened. Commander Choi walked in with Hyunwoo. "Dr. Park, step away from the subject," ordered the commander. Yoonji moved back. "Sir, the gorehound just spoke to me. It said my name." Commander Choi looked at her sharply. "That's not possible." "I heard it," Yoonji insisted. "It's trying to communicate." Hyunwoo looked at the neural scanner readings. "The data shows unusual activity, but that doesn't mean it can speak. You've been working too hard, Dr. Park. Perhaps you're hearing things." Hyunji knew what she had heard, but the gorehound was silent now, watching them all with its orange eyes. "I want a full report on these readings," said Commander Choi to Hyunwoo. Then he turned to Yoonji. "And you should take a break. 6 hours, of rest at least." "Yes, sir," said Yoonji. But as she left the room, she felt the gorehound's mind touch hers again. A feeling of urgency, of time running out. That night, Yoonji could not sleep. The gorehound's words echoed in her mind. Help. Truth. What truth did it want help with? She got up and went to the small lab attached to her quarters. The blood samples she had taken were still active. Under the microscope, the cells formed patterns, again, not random, deliberate, like they were trying to tell her something. Yoonji had a sudden idea. She took out her personal tablet and pulled up a map of the star systems where gorehounds had been seen. Then she compared it to the patterns in the blood cells. They matched. The cells had arranged themselves in a map of gorehound territory. They're not just animals, she whispered to herself. They have a culture, a civilization. A noise at her door made her look up. Hyunwoo stood there. Working late? He asked. Yoonji quickly turned off the microscope. Just checking some data. Hyunwoo walked into the room. The commander is worried. About you, he thinks you're getting too close to the subject. Maybe I am, said Yoonji. But if the gorehound is intelligent, if it can communicate, that changes everything about this war. Hyunwoo's face hardened. This war started when they attacked our colonies and killed our people. Nothing changes that. What if we attacked them first, asked Yoonji. What if we didn't understand what we were doing? That's dangerous thinking, Dr. Park. Hyunwoo looked at her tablet. What are you really working on? Yoonji turned off her tablet. Nothing important, just a theory. After Hyunwoo left, Eunji went back to bed. But sleep brought strange dreams again. This time she saw a beautiful world with crystal buildings. Gorehounds lived there peacefully, caring for their young. Then human ships appeared in the sky. Mining equipment landed. The crystal buildings were destroyed. The young gorehounds died. Yoonji woke with tears on her face. The dream had felt so real. Like a memory, but not her memory. In the morning, she went straight to the containment room. Lieutenant Taeho tried to stop her. The commander says you need to rest, he said. I'm fine, insisted Yoonji. I need to see the gorehound. When she entered the room, the creature looked at her. Its orange eyes seemed to glow. You showed me your world, Yoonji said quietly. In my dreams. Your home with the crystal buildings. The gorehound made a sad humming sound. Home. Gone. Because of us? Asked Yoonji. Did humans destroy your home? Humans came. Took crystals. Killed young. Yoonji felt sick. If this was true, then the gorehounds had attacked human colonies in revenge. They weren't mindless killers. They were fighting back. I need to tell people, she said. I need to stop this war. The gorehound's next words chilled her. Too late. More humans come. Bad humans. Want me? Want weapons? What do you mean? Asked Yoonji. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the station. Red lights flashed. Lieutenant Taeho's voice came over the speaker. Dr. Park, come out now. We have an emergency. Yoonji looked at the gorehound one last time. I'll help you. I'll find the truth. When she left the containment room, she found chaos. People ran through the halls. Equipment was being packed up. What's happening? She asked Taeho. A ship from Earth just docked, he said. Scientists from Stellar Dynamics, they're taking over the Gorehound project. Yoonji had heard of Stellar Dynamics. They made weapons, powerful weapons that had killed millions in the colony wars before the Gorehounds appeared. They can't take over, she said. The Gorehound is my patient. Commander Choi appeared with a group of men and women in black uniforms. Dr. Park, meet the new science team. You'll be working under their direction now. A tall woman stepped forward. Dr. Sun Ha-yoon, head of biological weapons research. We're very interested in your work with the specimen. Yoonji felt cold all over. Weapons research. They didn't want to understand the Gorehound. They wanted to use it. And suddenly she understood the warning in her dreams. The Gorehound wasn't the monster they should have killed. The real monsters were just arriving. Dr. Yoonji Park did not trust the people from Stellar Dynamics. They had taken over the main lab. They asked too many questions about the Gorehound. But they never seemed to care about understanding it. They only wanted to know how it killed. The specimen has amazing strength, Dr. Sun Ha-yoon said during a meeting. She showed images of the Gorehound attacking human soldiers. If we can copy this and give it to our fighters, we could end this war. The Gorehound is intelligent, Yoonji said. Everyone looked at her. It can speak. It understands us. Dr. Yoon smiled in a way that did not reach her eyes. Dr. Park, your notes mention possible telepathic abilities, but there is no proof of true intelligence. These creatures are animals. Dangerous animals. Commander Choi nodded. Dr. Park has been working very hard, perhaps too hard. Shunji knew they did not believe her. Or worse, they did not want to believe her. If the Gorehound was intelligent, then killing its kind might be wrong, and that would make humans the monsters in this war. After the meeting, Yoonji went to her quarters. She needed to think. The Gorehound had told her that the humans had attacked its people first, that humans had destroyed its home and killed its young. But she had no proof. Her tablet beeped. A message from Lieutenant Taeho Kim. Need to talk. Meet me in Section C storage. Urgent. Section C was far from the main areas of the station. No one went there much. Yoonji wondered what Taeho wanted to talk about that was so secret. When she got to the storage room, Taeho was waiting. He looked nervous. Doctor, I think you should see this, he said. He handed her a small data chip. I found it while checking security systems. It's old data from before the Gorehound was brought here. Yoonji took the chip. What's on it? Records. From the first human expeditions to the planet where we later found Gorehounds, said Taeho, and reports about something called Project Scavenger. I think you're right about the Gorehounds. Yoonji's heart beat faster. Have you told anyone else? Taeho shook his head. I don't know who to trust. The commander works closely with Stellar Dynamics, and your assistant, Dr. Baek, he watches everything you do. Hyunwoo? What do you mean? He reports on you every day to Dr. Yoon. Yoonji felt cold. She had trusted Hyunwoo. Thank you for telling me. Back in her quarters, Yoonji loaded the data chip onto her secure tablet. The files were old. Some were damaged. But what she could read made her sick. The first human ships had found the Gorehound homeworld 5 years ago. They discovered that the crystal buildings were made of a rare material, something that could power new weapons. The humans had started mining without trying to communicate with the Gorehounds. When the Gorehounds fought back, the humans called them dangerous aliens and started killing them. A new file opened, Project Scavenger. It was a plan to take Gorehound body parts and use them to make human soldiers stronger, to create weapons from their claws and teeth. The plan even mentioned taking young Gorehounds to raise as weapons. This was why Stellar Dynamics wanted the Gorehound, not to end the war, to make better weapons for more wars. A soft knock at her door made Yoonji jump. She quickly hid the tablet. "Come in," she called. The door opened. It was Dr. Hyunwoo Baek. "Working late again?" he asked. Yoonji forced a smile. "Just reviewing some notes." Hyunwoo walked into the room. His eyes moved around, looking at everything. "Dr. Yoon asked me to bring you this." He handed her a small device. "It's a new neural scanner. She wants you to use it on the Gorehound tomorrow." Yoonji took the device. It looked like the other scanner but had extra parts. "What does it do?" "It measures brain activity more deeply," said Hyunwoo. "And it can send signals as well as receive them." Yoonji tried to keep her face calm. "Send signals?" "They wanted to control the Gorehound's brain." "Thank you," she said. "I'll use it tomorrow." After Hyunwoo left, Yoonji examined the device. It was not just a scanner. It could deliver electric shocks to specific parts of the brain. It could cause pain, force responses. It was a torture device. That night, Yoonji dreamed of the Gorehound again. But this dream was different. The creature was in pain. People in black Stellar Dynamics uniforms cut pieces from its body while it was still alive. And behind them stood Commander Choi, watching with cold eyes. Yoonji woke up covered in sweat. The dream had felt so real. She knew what she had to do. In the early morning, when most people were still sleeping, Yoonji went to the security control room. Lieutenant Taeho was on duty. "I need to see the Gorehound," she said. Without anyone knowing. Taeho looked troubled. "That's against orders." "Please," said Yoonji. "I think they're going to hurt it. I need to know the truth." After a moment, Taeho nodded. "I can turn off the cameras for 5 minutes, that's all." "Thank you." Yoonji hurried to the containment room. When she entered, the Gorehound was awake. Its orange eyes found her at once. "They're going to hurt you," she said quickly. "Stellar Dynamics wants to use you to make weapons." The Gorehound made a sad humming sound. "Know this. See in your mind. You've been reading my thoughts? Share thoughts. Show truth." Yoonji moved closer. "The dreams about your world. The crystal buildings. That was real?" "Real. My home. Humans came, took crystals, killed young." Tears filled Yoonji's eyes. "And new soul? My husband and daughter?" The Gorehound's eyes seemed to dim. "Revenge? Wrong. Hurt innocent. Like humans hurt innocent." Yoonji understood. Both sides had killed innocent people. Both sides had done terrible things. But now Stellar Dynamics wanted to use the Gorehound to make even worse weapons. "I want to help you," she said, "but I don't know how." The Gorehound's mind touched hers. She saw images of a device on its restraints, a small black box with a green light. Remove. Freedom. It was a control box for the restraints. If she removed it, the Gorehound could break free. Yoonji stepped back. "I can't. You might hurt people." "No hurt you. Promise." Before Yoonji could answer, the door opened. Dr. Yoon walked in with Commander Choi and Hyunwoo. "Dr. Park," said Commander. "Choi, what are you doing here so early?" Yoonji turned. "Checking on my patient." Dr. Yoon smiled coldly. "Your patient? The specimen belongs to Stellar Dynamics now. We're moving it to our facility tomorrow." "Moving it?" Yoonji felt panic rise. "It's still recovering. It's not safe to move it yet." We have everything we need, said Dr. Yoon. She looked at the gorehound with greedy eyes. Its biology will give us such wonderful new weapons. Hyun-woo stepped forward. Dr. Park, were you using this? He held up her tablet. I found it in your quarters, with some very interesting files. Commander Choi took the tablet. His face hardened as he looked at it. Project Scavenger files. These are classified. Where did you get them? Yoonji said nothing. She would not betray Taeho. It doesn't matter, said Dr. Yoon. Dr. Park, you are relieved of your duties. You will be sent back to Earth for questioning. As they led her out, Yoonji looked back at the gorehound. Its orange eyes followed her. In her mind, she heard its voice one last time. Wait. Night comes. Then freedom. And she knew that something terrible was about to happen. They locked Yoonji in her quarters. 2 guards stood outside the door. Through her small window, she could see the stars and the curve of the planet below. Tomorrow, they would take her back to Earth. And they would take the gorehound to a stellar dynamics lab where they would cut it apart while it was still alive. Yoonji sat on her bed trying to think of a way to help. Her medical oath said to do no harm. But doing nothing now would cause great harm. The gorehound had killed people, yes, including perhaps her own family. But it was intelligent. It understood right and wrong. And humans had attacked its people. First, a soft knock at her door made her look up. The lock clicked open. Lieutenant Taeho stepped inside and quickly closed the door. You shouldn't be here, Yoonji said. They'll arrest you too. Taeho's face was serious. I checked the rest of those files. You were right about everything. Stellar Dynamics started this war. They found the crystals on the gorehound world and wanted them. When the gorehounds fought, Stellar Dynamics told Earth they were dangerous animals that attacked without reason. We have to tell people, said Yoonji. No one will believe us without proof, said Taeho. Commander Choi and all the station leaders are paid by Stellar Dynamics, and they've taken your tablet with the files. Then what can we do? Taeho looked around nervously. I'm on guard duty tonight at the containment room. I could help you see the gorehound one more time. Yoonji thought about the gorehound's last message to her. Wait. Night comes. Then freedom, was this what it meant? When? She asked. Midnight. Station time. Most people will be sleeping. The night shift is small. After Taeho left, Yoonji tried to rest, but her mind was full of worry. What could she do? Even if she got to the gorehound, how could she help it? And what would happen if it escaped? Would it kill everyone on the station like it had killed the people at New Seoul? At exactly midnight, Taeho returned. The halls were quiet as they moved through the station. They saw no one. Yoonji wondered if that was luck, or if Taeho had planned it that way. When they reached the containment room, Taeho used his security card to open the door. 5 minutes, he whispered. That's all I can give you before the cameras come back on. Yoonji nodded and went inside. The room was darker than usual. Only a few small lights were on. The gorehound's orange eyes glowed in the darkness. I came, Yoonji said. What did you mean about freedom? The gorehound's voice was clearer now, as if it had been practicing. Others come, my kind, feel them near. Yoonji felt cold. Other gorehounds, coming here? Yes. Felt my pain, coming to help. When? Soon. Hours. Need freedom before. The gorehound moved slightly, making its restraints rattle. You help, remove control. Yoonji looked at the small black box with the green light, the one that controlled the restraints. If she removed it, the gorehound could break free. If I free you, what will you do? She asked. Will you hurt people? Kill them like at New Seoul? The gorehound was silent for a moment. No kill, unless attacked. Want peace. Want home. I lost my home too, said Yoonji. My family, at New Seoul. Sorry. Great wrong. Both sides. Yoonji moved closer. The control box was attached to the main restraint around the gorehound's middle. She could reach it, but removing it would set off alarms. I need time to think, she said. If I help you, I need your word that no one will be hurt if they don't attack you. Word given. No hurt unless hurt first. The door opened suddenly. Yoon-ji turned. Dr. Hyunwoo Baek stood there with 2 guards. His face was cold. "Step away from the specimen, Dr. Park," he said. The guards grabbed Yoon-ji's arms. Hyunwoo looked at her with disgust. "Did you really think Lieutenant Kim could help you? He's been under watch since he accessed those files. We've known about your plan all along." "Where is Tae-ho?" Yoon-ji asked. "Being arrested. Like you." They dragged Yoon-ji out of the room. As they pulled her down the hall, alarms began to sound throughout the station. Red lights flashed. A voice came over the speakers. "Alert. Unknown ships approaching. All personnel to battle stations." Hyunwoo's face went pale. He looked at the guards. "Take her to the secure holding area. I need to find Commander Choi." They took Yoon-ji to a small room near the shuttle bay. It had no windows. They locked her inside and left. The alarms kept ringing. She could hear people running in the halls outside. After what seemed like hours, the door opened. Lieutenant Tae-ho stood there. His face was bruised. He had fought with someone. "Quick," he said. "We don't have much time." "What's happening?" Yoon-ji asked as they hurried through the halls. The Gorehound wasn't lying. "There are ships outside. 5 of them, bigger than anything we've seen before. They're not attacking yet, but our sensors say they're Gorehound ships." They reached the main control room. Through the large windows, Yoon-ji could see the stars, and among them, 5 large shapes. The ships were beautiful in a strange way. They looked like giant versions of the Gorehound, with the same shiny scales that changed colors. Commander Choi was shouting orders. Dr. Yoon was with him, her face angry. Hyunwoo stood nearby, looking scared. "We should fire first," Dr. Yoon was saying. "Hit them before they hit us." "Our weapons won't do much against ships that size," said Commander Choi. "We need to wait for help from Earth." Yoon-ji stepped forward. "They're not here to attack. They came for the Gorehound." Everyone turned to look at her. Commander Choi's face turned red with anger. "How did you get out?" "Guards." "Listen to me," said Yoon-ji. "The Gorehound told me others were coming. It can communicate with them. If we let it go, maybe we can avoid a fight." "It's an animal," said Dr. Yoon. "It can't communicate with anyone." Suddenly, a new alarm sounded. A guard ran into the room. "Sir, the containment room. The Gorehound is free." Yoon-ji felt fear and hope mixed together. The Gorehound had somehow broken its restraints. "Lock down all sections," ordered Commander Choi. "Shoot on sight." "No," said Yoon-ji. "It promised not to hurt anyone unless attacked. If you shoot at it, it will fight back." But no one was listening to her. People ran for weapons. Guards hurried to their posts. Commander Choi was calling for backup. Dr. Yoon was shouting orders to secure the lab, and then the lights went out. The station was dark except for the emergency lights. The alarm stopped. Everything was quiet for a moment. Then they heard it. The humming sound that the Gorehound made. It was coming from the hallway outside the control room. And it was getting closer. The door to the control room opened slowly. The Gorehound stood there. Its orange eyes glowed in the dim light. Blood dripped from one of its arms where it had broken the restraints. Commander Choi raised his gun. "Don't move." The Gorehound looked at him. Then it looked at Yoon-ji. In her mind, she heard its voice again. "Ship's ready. Time to leave. Come. With me?" And Yoon-ji knew she had to make the most important choice of her life. The control room was silent. Everyone stared at the Gorehound standing in the doorway. Its orange eyes glowed in the dim emergency lights. No one moved. Commander Choi still held his gun pointed at the creature. Dr. Yoon stood behind him, her face showing both fear and excitement. Hyunwoo pressed himself against the wall, trying to be as far from the Gorehound as possible. Yoon-ji took a deep breath and stepped forward. "Don't shoot," she said to Commander Choi. "It doesn't want to hurt anyone." "Get back, Dr. Park," said Commander Choi. His hand shook slightly. "This thing is dangerous." "No," said Yoon-ji. "We are the dangerous ones. We attacked its world first. We killed its people. It just wants to go home." The Gorehound moved into the room. It was even more impressive now that it stood free. Its 6 arms moved gracefully. Its scales shifted colors in the dim light. "Let it speak," said Unji. "It can talk." Dr. Yoon laughed. "This is ridiculous. It's an animal." The gorehound looked at Dr. Yoon. Then it spoke, its voice deep and rough but clear. "Not animal, person, like you." Everyone gasped. Commander Choi nearly dropped his gun. Dr. Yoon's mouth fell open. Hyunwoo slid down the wall until he sat on the floor. The gorehound continued, "My name Karu, my people Vesh. We live peaceful, until humans come." "It's a trick," said Dr. Yoon, recovering quickly. "A recording or something." "No trick," said Karu the gorehound. "We speak many ways. Mind to mind, voice to voice. We try peace with humans. Humans bring weapons." Yoonji looked at the stunned faces around her. "Do you understand now? They're not animals. They're people, different from us, but people." Through the windows, they could see the 5 gorehound ships. They were moving closer to the station. Lights pulsed along their sides. "They're going to attack," said Commander Choi. He turned to a control panel. "I'm calling for backup from Earth." "No," said Karu. "No attack unless you attack. We come for me. Then leave." "We can't let you go," said Dr. Yoon. "You're too valuable. The things we could learn from you?" "The things you could make into weapons," Yoonji corrected her. "That's all Stellar Dynamics wants. More ways to kill." Lieutenant Taeho moved to a computer. "Commander, I'm receiving a message from the gorehound ships. They want to talk." "Put it on screen," said Commander Choi after a moment. The main screen lit up. Another gorehound appeared, larger than Karu. Its scales were darker, with patterns of blue and silver. When it spoke, its voice was deeper. "I am Vex, leader of this group. You hold our scientist, Karu. We want him returned." "Scientist?" Commander Choi asked. "Yes," said Karu. "I study humans. Learn why they attack. Look for peace." Yoonji suddenly understood. "That's why you were captured. You were too close to our colonies." "Yes," said Karu. "Watching. Learning. Not killing." Vex spoke again from the screen. "Return Karu now, or we take him." Commander Choi looked around the room. His face showed the struggle inside him. "If I let you go, what happens then? The war continues?" "War can end," said Karu. "If truth known. If humans stop taking our worlds." Dr. Yoon stepped forward. "This is all lies. These creatures attacked us first. They killed thousands at Nu. Seoul, after humans kill thousands of our young," said Karu, "take our crystals, destroy our homes." Yoonji walked closer to Karu. "We need proof. Something to show Earth that your people were attacked first. That Stellar Dynamics started this war for the crystals." Karu reached out one clawed hand. Gently, it touched Yoonji's head. "Proof here. In my mind. In your mind. Things we share." "That's not enough," said Yoonji. "We need real proof. Files. Records." Lieutenant Taeho spoke up. "The files I gave you. The Project Scavenger documents. They prove it." "Those were on my tablet," said Yoonji. "Which they took." "Not just there," said Taeho. "I made a copy. It's hidden in the station computer." Dr. Yoon moved suddenly. She pulled a small gun from her coat and pointed it at Taeho. "No one is copying any files. No one is telling any truth. Stellar Dynamics has too much invested in this war." Karu moved faster than anyone could see. One moment he was beside Yoonji. The next, he was in front of Dr. Yoon. He did not attack her. He simply stood there, blocking her aim. "No more killing," he said. Commander Choi lowered his gun slowly. "Dr. Yoon, put your weapon down." "You're a fool," she said. "Do you know how much money Stellar Dynamics makes from this war? How much we all make? Peace would ruin everything. Peace would save lives," said Yoonji, "on both sides." The station shook suddenly. Alarms started again. Taeho checked the computer. 3 ships just left Earth orbit, he said. Military cruisers. Heavily armed. They'll be here in 20 minutes. Vex spoke from the screen. We detect your ships coming. We will defend ourselves. There will be a battle, said Commander Choi. More death. Yoonji looked at Karu. Unless we stop it. Unless we tell the truth. Karu nodded. Truth important. Must be told. Yoonji turned to Taeho. Can you send those files to Earth? To everyone? Not just the military? Yes, said Taeho. I can send it on all channels, news networks, everything. Do it, said Commander Choi. Everyone looked at him in surprise. Do it now before I change my mind. Dr. Yoon raised her gun again. I won't let you ruin everything, she fired. The shot hit Commander Choi in the shoulder. He fell back. Dr. Yoon turned the gun toward the computer where Taeho was working. Karu moved again, fast as light. This time he did attack. One clawed. Hand knocked the gun away. Another held Dr. Yoon against the wall. Files sent, said Taeho. Everyone on Earth just got the truth about how this war started. The station shook again. On the screen, Vex looked worried. Earth ships coming fast, weapons ready. We need to talk to them, said Yoonji. Show them Karu. Let them hear him speak. Taeho worked at the computer, opening a channel to the Earth ships. Yoonji turned to Karu. You need to tell them what you told us. Show them you're not just an animal. Karu nodded. We'll try. For the next 10 minutes, Karu spoke to the captains of the Earth ships. He told them about the Vesh, his people, how they had lived peacefully until humans came looking for the special crystals, how humans had attacked first, how the war had been built on lies. The Earth ships slowed down. They did not fire. On the screen, the human captains looked shocked as they heard Karu speak, as they saw the files that proved Stellar Dynamics had started the war for money. We need to talk to our leaders, one captain said finally. This changes everything. Vex, the Gorehound leader, agreed to wait, not to attack, to give humans time to learn the truth. In the control room, Yoonji treated Commander Choi's wound. It was not serious. Dr. Yoon sat under guard, angry but silent. Karu came to Yoonji as she finished bandaging the commander. Thank you, he said, for believing, for helping. I'm sorry it took me so long, said Yoonji. I lost my family at New Seoul. I wanted to blame you. Both sides lost. Both hurt. Now both heal? Yoonji nodded. I hope so. Karu looked at her closely. Come with me? To my world? Learn our ways as I learned yours? Help heal between our people? Yoonji was surprised. You want me to go with you? Need healers, said Karu. Need truth-tellers. Need bridge between humans and Vesh. Yoonji thought about Earth. There was nothing for her there now. Her family was gone. Her work at the hospital seemed small after what she had learned here. Yes, she said finally. I'll come with you. I'll help build peace. As the Earth ships and the Gorehound ships arranged a formal meeting, Yoonji packed a few things from her quarters. Medicines, books, pictures of her husband and daughter. Lieutenant Taeho found her there. Are you really going with them? He asked. Someone needs to, said Yoonji. Someone needs to learn about them, to help humans understand that they're people, not monsters. You're the bravest person I've ever met, said Taeho. Yoonji shook her head. Not brave. Just tired of war. Tired of hate. When she boarded Karu's ship, Yoonji looked back at Outpost 47 one last time. She had come here full of anger, wanting revenge for her family. She was leaving with a new purpose, to heal not just bodies, but the wounds between two peoples. As the ship moved away, Yoonji watched Earth grow smaller in the distance. She did not know what waited for her on the Gorehound world. But she knew that sometimes the monsters we fear most are not monsters at all. Sometimes they are just people we have not tried to understand. And the real monsters are the ones who profit from making us afraid. New journey begins, said Karu beside her. Yes, said Yoonji. a journey of healing.